Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing some free tools that are out there on the internet. Most of them are actually just websites or can be used with just a web browser. That's really all you need to do this. And if you've been trading for a while, you probably know all about all of these, but just in case you missed them or don't know about them, or maybe you're a beginner and you want some free tools, this video is for you. So let's get into it. The first tool is a website called FinViz. It's finviz.com. And the immediate use a lot of people use this for is the heat map, which is this area here on the right. And it will show you, okay, so go and just click on it. It gives you a total market overview, and it is a heat map, so the darker the red, the more negative the move, the darker the green, the more positive move. I like it because you can mouse over any of these, and it shows you real easily. And then it also divides it into the sectors of the market. So say you were interested only in healthcare today, and then you can see the bigger the square, the larger of a market share they have within that market. So if you're building something like a portfolio, maybe you just want to pick the biggest from each sector, however you want to do it. Or maybe you're just looking at Amazon. You're like, what's Amazon doing today? Oh, that's a pretty red day. And then you could click on these like that to show it. One other thing I find useful about it is it does have screeners. You can create an account and create a portfolio. It does go over futures and Forex as well, the same features, if that's useful to you. Crypto, of course. One of the other uses I like about it, it does show the market overall here using simple moving average 50, 20, and then just by today, are you getting more bullish or bearish sentiment? But then down here, towards the bottom, you'll see these, it kind of screens by some technical analysis for you. So for example, you wanted to trade only stocks that were in an up channel, right? So you just click on up channel, and here it shows you 64 stocks that are showing to be trading in an up channel. So if these are stocks that you wanted to trade, or you are like, what is this? Maybe you're in this stock and you're like, what is it doing? Oh, it's in an up channel. So yeah, you can come in here and I say this is just a fun visual way to get a glance at what the market's doing, and some, maybe if you're beginner to technical analysis, or maybe you want a second opinion, what kind of pattern is stuff showing out there today. Okay, the next tool I want to show you is, of course, TradingView, tradingview.com. You can access this right on their website. It's free. They do have paid tiers, um, so they give you more and more features, but you don't need to spend any money to get started. You just make an account with an email, and I think this is your one-stop shop for charting. You don't need a particular broker. If you just want to get started with charting, you can start TradingView for free. As you want more tools, or you want to do more with it, you can certainly do the one of the paid tiers. But this has charting, technical indicators. It even has a language called PineScript. You can write your own technical indicators in there. It has stock screeners, and now even does some options calculations for you. And then a big part of it is a community thing too. So you can talk to other like-minded individuals about trading. And they do have app version for your phone if you want to use it on the phone. And so it's just a really flexible tool. A lot of brokers actually will have this embedded on their website too. So I use it a lot, and I will use it to show in other videos something we're talking about. See these posts down here. This is the community post. So somebody is having an idea about trading, and they're drawing on it, and they're sharing it, and you can comment and do the whole social aspect about ideas. So if that's what gets you motivated or helps you learn, is being social with people, I would say TradingView is great. It's where most people end up. So they have some really great tools in there. I don't even use them all. Um, and there's always something new to discover, by the way. Okay, the next tool I want to show you is finance.yahoo.com. Yahoo.com has a pretty in-depth finance section, and it's free to use. You can just create an account, create an email, and there you go. It I would recommend creating an account. It allows you to create a watch list and save some settings for you instead of having to do it all the time. Um, so at the front page, it looks like a mess. This is a lot of news stuff that's in the way that may or may not be useful to what you're doing. So it's a good place to get news. They have, hot happenings in the market, who's moving, the latest. But also in here, what this is useful for is a good place to get charts and historical data. So I'll give you an example. Let's say what's trending right now is Tesla. Let's go look at Tesla. Here, over here on the left chart. Okay, but here's the historical data that I was talking about. It's over here. So it might be your URL might look like finance.yahoo.com/quote, your ticker symbol, and then /history. And then, so here's all the historical data, right? So you can download this for free once you're signed in. So that is there for you. And then you can do your own statistical analysis right in something like Excel. And it will also show you options chain as well. So we're still, looking at Tesla. Let's choose options. And there you go. There's your options chain. Okay, and it has the name of the option and all the options data you might want. Statistics. It also tells you, so this is more towards your fundamental analysis if you need this kind of information. And it does tell you a little bit about the company if you're looking at a symbol and you don't know anything about it. What do they do? Who's involved in the company? Recent news. So yeah, Yahoo Finance, a good free way to get your news for about something you're prospectively investing in. Okay, next up on my list is similar to finance from Yahoo, is investing.com's news section. This is a good place to get market overview, recent news about a particular company, and kind of market sentiment. So you can come in here, you can do breaking news, right, as well. They do have tools once you get in here. So you can make an account for that too. It's useful to see the calendars for something like if you're trading dividends when the dividend dates are happening. Um, so yeah, just I think between the two sites, investing and Yahoo, you kind of got all the financial news you need for up to the date stuff. If that's important to you, I would use those tools and they're free. All right, next up we have optionsstrat.com. If you trade options, you probably know about this. This also has a free tier, so don't feel any need to pay for it right out of the box to try it and see if it works for you or not. You can log in and create watch lists and then use more features from their paid tier, of course. This is a good way to visualize the risk chart and explore options chains. Your broker may or may not have a good way to look at those things, so this is a good way, agnostic of your broker, to go price out options and build some options. So what I like to do is go up here to build, and you see all of the common options strats. Let's say I'm feeling maybe I want to do something to do with credit, and oh, bull put credit, great. I want to build a bull put credit. So continuing on our theme for today, let's look at Tesla. So we'll type in Tesla, right? And there you go. It builds a bull put spread for you, and there's just different ways you can look at this. You can look at it as a table or as a graph, right? We can look at by profit, or we can look at it as terms of percentage, right? Use it however you want to use it to build out options, what works for you. and it allows you. So this is a spread, so we're buying and selling at the same time. So we have two little things we could adjust, right? You could see your net credit, how much margin you need, calculate your loss risk and your profit, right? Chance of profit, I believe, is something that's locked behind the paid tier, for example. Um, so you can, it, look at this. It's pretty responsive. It's a good tool. If you're new to options, you don't know what you're looking at. This may not make any sense to you, but after you are familiar with what options are, you will find this tool helpful. A lot of people use it. They do have some tutorials in here about how to use their tool, and yeah. So I think it's another great tool. You could just say, oh, I want to build a long call on a quarter, and look, it keeps, and then you could choose your expiration date up here. Um, yeah, because you know something like a condor is going to be a little more complicated because you have four options to place at the same time, four contracts. So, okay. And now the final thing, the final free tool for the day I want to show you is optionsprofitcalculator.com. This is similar to OptionStrat, which we just showed. This allows you to come in here and calculate all the values for an option using the option chain you might consider. So again, we might say, okay, we want to do a long call. Just go basic. We can put in a price. It'll even get the price for us. Okay, and let's say we want to buy it. And oh, we can select our option. I'm obviously just clicking. Let's say we want this 11-cent contract. How many contracts are we going to buy? Okay, so it's going to cost us $11. And there you go. It comes up with a similar looking chart for you. That is, I mean, similar to what OptionStrat's putting out. So just another tool for you. You could say, you know, as the price goes up and down, what is the risk and what is the profit and the expected move, right? So another good tool for you. I think this is much simpler to get into than option strat, but maybe it's not as intuitive. You know, it doesn't have all the nice GUI. But if you know what you're getting into, this could also work for you. So this is also good for if you're doing historical, like maybe you want to go look back at option trades on a particular um, symbol, and you have the data for that. You could come in here and build historical option plays to study. So yeah, totally free to use. You don't have to do the paid tier on any of these tools. Most of them do have a paid tier. It's just if you want more out of a particular tool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick look at some free tools out there. I'll see you around next time. Bye. Okay, I have one bonus tool for you today, and that is investopedia.com. Now, this does have the same thing as some of the other tools we looked at, which is the news feed. But what I find this most useful for, or what you might find this most useful for, is researching something new. Say you're not familiar with a technical term or maybe a particular strategy. I find that Investopedia has pretty good articles to explain stuff. So we might, let's say, you go up here to the spyglass, the search tool, and maybe you want to know about RSI, the relative strength index. So you would hit search, and then here in the you see there's several articles written by their writers about RSI, right? So here's one, best indicators to use with RSI, but then maybe you want this first one, technical analysis, basic education. So there's a lot of things like this where it will define what it is. So it gives you a pretty good definition, and will give you an example and key takeaways, right? So anytime there is, close this ad. So anytime there's something new you don't understand, or maybe you find a video something somebody's talking about, I usually head here to Investopedia, and it's a great free educational resource. I think they do a pretty good job of explaining things. So yeah, investopedia.com. I would just use that to help you build your knowledge as and you know learn to fish, as the saying goes, as you go. Um, so here that tells you best indicators to use with RSI, and it says key takeaways in MACD, and you'll find that's true. For example, this is technical analysis. A lot of people use RSI with MACD. So just for an example, yeah, well, that's it for the bonus tool. Thanks.